excused.
Yes.
Okay.
We're
now
almost
live
there. Hold on.
Okay.
It
says now meeting is now streaming live on YouTube.
Oh, it does it? Oh, there we go. Got it. I'm on two different screens to do that. Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Okay.
You're all set.
We're now going to begin our regular meeting of the
Almost there. Hold on. Hold on.
It says now meeting is now streaming live on YouTube. Okay, I think
it does it? Oh, there we go. Got it. I'm on two different screens to do that. Okay, there we go. Okay. I had to close that other one or you'd hear it.
Are you coming in on Zoom, Terry?
Yeah,
No?
no.
Okay. Okay. So where was I? Oh, we're going to begin the meeting of the Cheshire Public Library Advisory Board. This is our regular January meeting on Zoom. We do not have a secretary at the moment from the town. Beth, do you want to call the roll? Do you want me to call the roll? What's the proper procedure?
I'll act as secretary so I can call the roll.
Okay.
So, because I have my minutes in front of me. So,
Okay.
Harold Kramer,
Here.
Jody Heritage excused absence.
Yeah.
Terry Graham,
Here,
Todd Dixon, absent. Delana DeSena,
Here.
Kathy Nankin, I am here.
Okay.
And staff is Beth Crowley from the library. And we have quorum. There's
Okay.
4 of us.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Now we have now we have to do the pledge. And,
And I'm ready.
okay, why don't you lead us and show the flag if you don't mind.
No
Wanna do it?
fancy stuff. So, okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay, I pledge allegiance to
To the
To
flag
the flag of the United States of America
of America,
and to the
the
republic
republic
for which
for
it
which it stands,
one
one
nation,
one
nation,
nation, under
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 God,
God, indivisible,
indivisible,
with
liberty.
liberty and justice for
justice
all.
for all.
Okay,
Okay.
very good. Do we need to formally modify the agenda? Normally you would, you'd say we have to have a motion to modify the agenda. So guest speaker cannot make it tonight. So we need a motion just to amend the agenda.
I think you can do that, Harold.
with amended agenda.
Okay. Okay.
Terry moves, we need a second.
Second.
Kathy. Okay. So the agenda is amended. So the first item would be then acceptance of the minutes of the last meeting. We need a motion on that.
I make the motion to accept the minutes
Okay.
from the last meeting.
All righty.
We need a second. Galena, do you want a second?
Second.
I need to abstain. I was not
Oh,
there.
you weren't there.
In
Okay,
December.
have to abstain. All those in favor of accepting the minutes? Aye.
Aye.
We don't need to scribe this down, but I just want to read. I don't know if Galena saw this paragraph from the minutes. Motion made by Harold Kramer to commend Delina DeSena for her dedicated service to the library board community. Her positive attitude and effective leadership made it a pleasure to have her serve as chair of the board. Kathy Nankin seconded the motion, which was approved unanimously by those present. That was from the
Aw.
last.
Very nice. Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
You're welcome. Now it's officially recorded in the town.
Yes.
Okay. Terry, want to try and give us a treasurer's report?
Yes, we have $1,250 because we're starting a new Treasury year. And the expenses usually are for our secretary and for any kind of conferences, that we attend and any dues that we have to pay. And so far, nothing has been taken out, so it's $1,250.
Right. I noticed on the budget that Beth sent me, $750 a year is for secretarial support.
Yeah,
12, well, actually, we never have 12 meetings, 10 meetings, $75 a meeting or something. But should I contact somebody in the town to see if we're going to get a secretary? I'm sure they're working on it.
Actually, Arnett is going to be having a conversation with the town manager to discuss hiring secretarial services.
Okay.
So I'll keep you apprised. But I did want to jump in though. And this is probably my fault, Terry, because I sent two different financial statements. One was the budget for next year, but we're actually halfway through your budget year. So we have spent, let's see. We have about $300 spent in the secretarial line and $100 spent in the dues. We did pay the ACLB dues. So we spent 400 of the 1,250.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that was probably my fault.
Okay. Well, thank you, Terry and Beth. Beth, last time we talked a little bit about clarification of what our budget could be used for.
Yeah, so I had put that under new business if you want to discuss it there.
All right, we'll do it then.
Okay.
Treasury report communications. Are there any new communications? Okay. Report of the chair. Once again, I can only say that, excuse me, I have visited the library on many occasions and service has always been excellent, efficient, knowledgeable. Place looks great, which I guess is fine, you know.
Thank you.
I've only heard positive comments about our library. I've never really heard anything negative. And I have, besides taking books off the shelf, I've used interlibrary loan, which I thought would be very crippled due to COVID, but it was very quick.
Good.
So things seem to be working fine from my perspective. I don't know if anybody has anything else to say. Okay.
I've spoken to a couple of my neighbors who have gone quite often, and they've been very happy with the service that they received when they were in the library. So that's a plus to hear from people.
Yes. Okay. Report of the library director.
Great, thank you. So before I give my report, I just wanted to make a comment that Lauren Gledhill can't be here tonight because she's actually on the children's desk. We're a little short-staffed this evening, so she is working. And I'm going to invite her to our February meeting instead. So hopefully that will work out, and will be yet to be seen if that'll be on Zoom or in person, but we'll see how it's going. But I did want to give her a compliment because she held a program that I had never heard of before in all of my experience this last Saturday, but it was extremely popular, extremely well received. And that was a houseplant swap in the Mary Baldwin room. And many people came and brought plants and took plants, and it was really, really well received. And people told her that they just, loved being able to do that. So she's already off to a great start. She's made some wonderful changes. And I think, she's going to do a great job for us as head of adult services. So I'm excited, and I'm excited for you to hear from her next time.
Yes. I would have come, but I've killed most of my plants. So I had nothing to, and I didn't want to take any new ones. So
that's my problem too.
Yeah. But I have a friend who posted the plant that she did swap. I don't know what she swapped for, but she's got this amazing green thumb, and she did post a picture of the Diefenbachia that she got. She was very happy about that. So.
Looks like Beth froze. If you can hear us,
okay.
Beth, we're not getting any audio or video. I have to wait a few seconds.
Oh yeah, Beth's frozen.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to everyone. Beth, you are frozen. No audio. Sometimes the chat goes through.
Well,
we have to wait for Beth to come on because she was in the middle of her
well, we
report.
could just kind of move on to unfinished business and go back to Beth.
Yeah.
When she comes back on.
Yeah. The only unfinished business I'm aware of is our appointments. And Delina leaving, but oh, here she comes.
Hey,
Okay,
you're back.
All right. Okay. Oh, my goodness.
Zoom is such fun.
Oh, my gosh. So hopefully that won't happen again. I don't know where we are.
you were talking about Laura, and she'll be the host next month.
Okay.
I mean, she'll be the guest next month. And you were saying what a great job she's done. Then we were talking about plants,
Yes.
the program she did on plants. Okay.
So we have hired 2 new children's librarians, Evelyn Fisher and Ashley DePaolis, who are both starting in the next 2 weeks. So we're excited about that. We'll be fully staffed at that point.
You want to just spell out the names for Kathy, or can you send them to her?
Oh, no, you're
I'm
going to
gonna
send me the
send her-
report.
Yeah, I'm going to send her the report.
Okay,
Thank you.
great.
You'll have
Thanks.
it. And then this spring semester, I'm supervising a Southern Connecticut State University Master of Library Science student intern, Cheyenne Goodfield. And her focus, interestingly enough, is on library administration. So it's the first time I've had an intern that's with that focus. So I will actually have her join us for a future board meeting, because she'll be with us for 15 weeks. So she can kind of see this part of it.
Excellent.
Yep. We've reopened our study rooms for individual use only, not group use. And that's per the recommendation of the health director. And under Lauren's guidance and suggestions, staff created the ability for patrons to reserve a study space online. So they can just go to our website. And so far we've had 59 bookings since reopening the rooms. So it's really,
Wow.
it's been a month. So that's
Wow.
been great. I submitted my recommended budget to the town manager on January 14th. So as usual, I don't have any more to say about it now because it's a draft, but I still need to meet with him to go over the specifics before I can give you more details to see what it'll actually be, and we can finalize it. And then the other thing I wanted to mention, I know I've been keeping you updated on the COVID-19 situation with Omicron. Things got a little bit more serious in the last month. So on January 10th, in response to the increase in cases, in particular cases among town staff, the town manager began requiring staff to wear masks at all times, regardless of vaccination status. Even in our own personal workspaces when we're alone, we're to wear masks all the time. And that continues. He's also requiring all public officials and board members to wear masks during in-person meetings. And this remains in effect, but I'll continue to send you the weekly updates. They usually come out Thursday or Friday, and I'll forward them on to you so you know where we stand with the metrics, and you can kind of see how it's trending.
Okay, how is the Wi-Fi, the new Wi-Fi system working on the perimeter? Is it up and running yet?
It is up and running. We're going to be doing some advertising and publicity on that pretty soon. I don't know how many people have used it, but it is up and running.
Okay, next time I walk by, I'll whip out my iPhone. What's the name of the network? It'll say Cheshire Public Library.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. I'll see if I can see it on my phone when I walk by.
Sounds good.
All right.
Do you have a full staff now in the library, or are you still short people?
No, once the 2 children's librarians start, we'll be full staffed.
That's good.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you, Beth.
You're welcome.
Unfinished business. The only unfinished business I'm aware of, well, I guess there's 2. One, did the art exhibit policy get done? The one we discussed?
Yes.
Okay, so that's finalized and on record now.
It's on record, yes. I need to have things put onto the website, which is going to take a little rearranging. So I hope to get that done in the next month or so to get all the new policies up there.
Okay. And the only other unfinished business is appointments to the board. I don't have a lot of control over that, but Delina was telling me that she has submitted a name to replace her. You can't replace you, Delina, but another library board member. Is that so? That has to go through the whole process of the committee and then the town council. Anything else you can say on that, Delina? You're on mute, by the way.
So I am aware that an interview or several interviews took place. I'm not sure. And I think you should be hearing probably within, I want to say, I think the person I spoke to was told early February, a yay or a nay, whether that, is going to happen or not. But I'm fairly confident that you'll at least have a replacement for me. I've been trying to, find people who I think would be interested and have the time and so on and so forth. And there are a lot of people who actually do seem interested. We just have to abide by where the openings are with which party, and they are willing to go with undifferentiated and so on.
Yeah.
So you'll at least you won't be left with 2 vacancies, I don't think. I think for February, you'll have at least one more person. But I would, encourage everybody else to kind of ask around, let people know that the library is looking for somebody else. If they're interested, they can go ahead and try to have an interview.
And they have to be generally Republican or unaffiliated.
Yes.
Wherever the vacancy is. So unaffiliated or Republican at this time would be Mark's position.
Okay. Is there any other unfinished business?
And we had talked about this before the meeting, and the town clerk actually did receive my reappointment today.
Thank you.
And so I have to get in anytime prior to the February meeting to get sworn in. And Harold, when your appointment comes through and if you don't want to go to the town hall the next meeting, I will be more than happy to swear you in, because as a JP, I can do that, and I will file that with the town clerk. Same
great.
with the new person that comes in. So
Okay.
I have done that in the past, and I'm happy to continue to do so.
You do so over Zoom? And that's not as, or somebody in
Yeah,
over.
I can see you, and as long as you swear, that's fine.
Okay.
These are different times, so I don't see why that would not be acceptable. So.
Right. Okay. New business. Beth already spoke about the budget request, but did you have anything else you'd like to bring up? Anybody have any other new business?
And what about what we can use the budget for? Wasn't that one of the questions that we had or something? What we're allowed to use the budget for?
Yeah, so it is one of the questions. I did talk briefly. I know the one thing that has come up from time to time, very kindly, is there have been suggestions to support the staff with like a special lunch or, something like that. And I did talk to town management, and that's generally been not allowed with funds that are put into the budget with taxpayer money. So that's true of internally as well. When we do things that doesn't come out of the budget, we chip in. Or so we can't create a budget line for that. I don't know. I mean, it's been different times in the last couple of years with COVID. So I know there hasn't really been the opportunity to attend the conferences, particularly the Association of Connecticut Library Boards conference, but I know there's been interest in the past, and then people have gone. So I don't know if you just want to leave well enough alone for this year, or if there were other ideas that people had.
I would leave it for this year. Hopefully they'll bring a conference back. Who knows?
Yeah.
It is a different time.
Yeah, definitely.
And we'll just have to see how it plays out. I'm thinking maybe we should have someone from the ACLB as the speaker in one of our meetings.
Oh, we could definitely do that. I can arrange that.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have Lauren next time, but maybe the time after we'll have somebody and explain what we're paying and what we get for our dues and how it works and what conferences might be on the horizon.
And keeping in mind too that the general Connecticut Library Association conference is open to trustees. You can also be a member of CLA, and that's what your 2 lines, the dues and the conference lines, can cover. So it doesn't have to just be ACLB. If anybody's interested in doing any of the other types of conferences or workshops, or if you see something, let me know, and then we can take care of getting you registered and pay for that out of that line.
CLA running live conferences this year? Or
we are. There's one scheduled in April for the Hartford Convention Center.
Okay.
So we'll say, fingers crossed that
Yeah,
we can hold it, but
yeah. Okay. Thank you. Anything else? For the good of the order. Okay. Then the chair will entertain a motion for adjournment.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
We need a second.
Second.
Your final motion. Delicious.
Yeah, your final motion. Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?